This is the closed... Oops. Hey everyone, here's the Infinity Saga Captain Marvel and Rescue 2-pack. Just like the other Infinity Saga figures, it really looks good in packaging. I really like how the figure comes with plenty of accessories all laid out nicely on the clamshell. Here's the back of the box. It has the endgame poster and also a short bio on Captain Marvel and Rescue. The side of the box is the same as all the other Infinity Saga figures. Here's the top of the box and bottom of the box. For this video, I'm just going to review the Rescue figure because I'm also going to do a comparison with the previous version of it, so there's quite a lot of things going on. Do stay tuned for the Captain Marvel comparison and let's get right to this. Here are the figures on the clamshell and it looks great as usual. I've said this before, I really like looking at the figures on the clamshell like this, really suspended in the plastic with all the accessories. Here's the cardboard at the back. It's the same for all the Infinity Saga figures. And here is the figure itself on the clamshell. Let's get the Rescue figure out. The figure comes with plenty of accessories. Two different jetpacks, one with the flaps in and the other one with the flaps out. A pair of blue blast effects. Two other alternate heads. And also a pair of triangularish weapon which can be attached to the back. This pair of blast can only be attached to the bottom of the feet as it doesn't have any alternate hands to attach this as a repulsor blast. This is the closed... Oops. This is the jetpack with the flaps closed. It attaches to the figure by this pack over here and just insert it into the hole. Just like that. Next is the one with the open flaps. So this is the one that is similar to the previous version of Rescue that we got. I'll do a comparison later on. It does have the same flap that can be opened up there, just like the previous version. It attaches to the back of the figure, just the same as the other jetpack there. For this triangular weapon, I was actually wondering how in the world we're supposed to attach this to the figure. And after some fiddling, I realized that you can actually open up this grey flap over here. And the joint is the same as the one that is on the grey flap. There, they have similar joints. So you kind of just insert it into the gap there. So let's fix the other side. Open up this one and put it in. So there you have it. It's going to look like this. Looks really great actually, just like in the movie. And of course, the remaining accessory is the mask head or the helmet head and the open faceplate head. Yeah. Now, let's compare the head sculpt first. We have the previous pepper pots from the 3-pack and I definitely prefer this head over the new head. I find that the previous version is actually more accurate. There is something off about this new head. I think the facial features are just a bit sharp and also that the eyebrow is kind of a bit sharp. In the movie, she doesn't really look like that. So yeah, I definitely prefer the 3-pack version. Although the paintwork is not as good as the newer one, it is at least still more accurate. This is the other head that we got and I think this is actually just as terrible as the unmasked head. I think there is something off with the lips. These two doesn't look like the same person. They got the eyebrow right on the helmet head at least. And when you compare it with the 3-pack, these three faces all look like different people. Haha. I actually got this unmasked head from AliExpress when I bought ZD Toys Rescue. And I actually find this one to be more movie accurate compared to the new one that we got. But of course, the quality wise, it really isn't as great for the one that I got from AliExpress. You can see the skin paintwork kind of bleed into the helmet areas, so it's not that great. But the sculpt wise, is definitely better actually. Here's the previous Rescue figure. And here's how the Rescue figure looks like with these two different heads. I did a slight mod on this, you can check out the video, link is in the description below. Whereby I actually drilled the hole of the head deeper so that the ball pack of the Rescue figure is able to sit in deeper. Otherwise the head will be sitting too high on the figure. Here's a side view. And between these two, I prefer the previous head on this Rescue figure. Here are the two figures with the visor up. And I prefer this cheapo AliExpress version. but I don't think you can find it anymore on AliExpress. Look at the eyes on this head, kind of really intense looking. The color is slightly off, but still looks okay. Now let's compare these two figures. First off, the purple is slightly different. It is slightly darker on the Infinity Saga Rescue compared to the previous Rescue. It also has a different shade of gold you can see on the faceplate of both figures. One thing about this body mold that I'm particular about are the hands. The hands really look small. And it doesn't have any alternate hands as well. Starting off with the head, besides the difference in shade of gold are the eyes. The Infinity Saga Rescue has the eyes in white, but the Fat Thor Wave Rescue has it in blue. Other than that, from the front it looks kind of the same, but from the side you can see some slight differences, which is for the Fat Thor Rescue figure, it has this silver line over here, but for the Infinity Saga, there isn't that silver line, but this triangular shape over here is painted silver. I actually feel that it would have been nice if they have that silver line and also have the triangle painted. For the torso area, the paint scheme is the same, except that for the arc reactor, it is white for the Infinity Saga, but it is blue for the Fat Thor Rescue. At the back, they are exactly the same, which is totally purple. And for the arms, it's actually great if they have a mixture of both of the paintwork. The silver on the Fat Thor Rescue goes all the way down to the forearm over here, but for the Infinity Saga, the silver is only at the bicep area. And of course, the other difference is the paintwork near the hands. The Infinity Saga Rescue has this paintwork like this, but the Fat Thor Rescue has the gold paintwork like this. I kind of feel that this kind of makes more sense because they have these whole dotted parts covered in silver, as opposed to this, whereby a strip of gold goes across the dotted area but doesn't entirely covers it. And one thing about the Fat Thor Rescue is you can see the words Stark Industries on both the hands. You can also see the silver paintwork going down all the way to the forearm, unlike the Infinity Saga Rescue. For the legs, the paint scheme is exactly the same, except from the side. The Infinity Saga Rescue is missing the silver part at the calf area. There are slight differences on the jetpack as well. For the one with the closed flaps, I prefer the paintwork on the Fat Thor Rescue version. There are more silver painted on this area and also silver at the bottom end on this side. The fonts are also slightly smaller compared to the Infinity Saga Rescue. For the Infinity Saga Rescue, there is no silver at the bottom and the top part has the gold paint slightly smaller compared to this silver part on the Fat Thor Rescue. For this figure that I got, the printing is also isn't as sharp. You can see that it's kind of slightly blurry compared to the very sharp printing of my Fat Thor Rescue. Here's the jetpack with the open flaps. The Infinity Saga Rescue has this in lighter grey compared to the darker grey on the Fat Thor Rescue. And again, the fonts on them are different in size. The Infinity Saga has bigger fonts compared to the Fat Thor Rescue. But at the very least, the fonts down here for my figure is sharp for the Infinity Saga version. The position of the gold paintwork is also slightly different. This is the Fat Thor version, the gold is at the end. But for the Infinity Saga version, the gold is not at the end of this flap. And for the Fat Thor version, there is 3 gold strips below the word Rescue. But for the Infinity Saga version, there isn't. This triangular weapon can also be attached to the Fat Thor Rescue. Articulation. The head can look up this high and it can look down this much. And of course, swivel all around. The arms go up sideways this much. Bicep swivel. Double hinge elbow joint. The wrist hinge joint move this way and also swivel around. The mid-torso joint can bend forward only this much and back this much. Let's say if there is no jetpack, still the same. It's also able to rotate all around. Legs can only split this much forward. Double hinge knee joint, ankle hinges up and down, and ankle rocker. There is a thigh swivel, but the movement is slightly restricted because of this portion over here. There. It restricts the movement. Overall, the articulation isn't that great, just like other female Marvel Legend figures. It would really have difficulty doing that landing pose. Now, for some size comparison, here is the 3-pack Pepper Potts. And really, this armor must really be skin tight because they are about the same size. And here's the 10th year anniversary Tony Stark. The 10th year anniversary Tony Stark is really undersized, man. I didn't realize that. He's actually even shorter than the Pepper Potts figure. Here she is with the 2 Mark 85 that we have. Which one do you think pairs up better with her? For me, I still definitely prefer this paintwork. The gold on this one is not bad, but the red is really off. Do check out my review on the Infinity Saga Iron Man. Link is in the description below. Here's the Infinity Saga Fat Thor and Quicksilver. Quicksilver is actually about the same height as Rescue. He really should have been taller. Do check out my review on Quicksilver as well. And here is Scarlet Witch, Okoye, Black Widow, Wasp, the Captain Marvel that she came with in the 2-pack, and Valkyrie. So this is how they size up. Valkyrie is the tallest among them all, probably because of the heels on her feet. And here's Pepper Potts from Iron Man 3. And here's the BAF Thanos. So yeah, basically, this is the same exact figure as the one from Fat Thor Wave with an upgraded set of accessories. That by itself is a plus point to just simply forget about the Fat Thor rescue if you don't have her and just get this new rescue figure. The triangular weapons that can be attached on the jetpack with the open flaps is really awesome actually. And although the unmasked head isn't really that accurate, it is still at least worth something, I guess. Because like I mentioned earlier, the Pepper Potts from Iron Man 3 3-pack definitely has a better head sculpt. So overall, I do like this figure. The articulation isn't that great just like the previous version, but for the price point and with the accessories that you get, I think it's pretty decent. I personally like it. Thanks for watching. Do check out my other review on the Infinity Saga figures and I'll see you in the next video.